Hey, and welcome back to Wild Mythology with Bread and Salt. Today's video brings us to the mythical creatures of the ancient kingdom of Egypt. While Egyptian mythology doesn't have nearly as many creatures as Greek or Japanese mythology, the mythical creatures of Egypt include famous and powerful creatures such as the Griffin and the Sphinx, as well as strange creatures such as the Heart Devourer and the giraffe-like leopard. Let's travel around the pyramids and into the desert to get a taste of 9 mythical creatures from Egyptian mythology. Number 1. Sphinx. The Sphinx is a famous mythical creature with the body of a lion, the wings of a falcon, and the head of a human being. In Greek mythology, the Sphinx has the head of a woman and is a dangerous creature that loves telling riddles before devouring her prey. But in Egyptian mythology, the Sphinx doesn't have wings and has the head of a man. They are the guardians of temples and tombs and are usually gentle creatures unless someone trespasses. They also have the ability to appear in people's dreams and converse with the dreamer. There are also 2 other types of sphinxes that appear as statues throughout Egypt: the ram-headed cryosphinx and the hawk-headed hierosphinx. Both seem to play a similar guardian role as the male-headed Egyptian sphinx. Number 2. Ammit. Ammit is known as the Great Devourer, who lives at the entrance of the Duat, the Egyptian underworld. She has the back of a hippo, the front of a lion, and the head of a crocodile. 4 dead souls can begin their journey through the Duat. They have to pass through the halls of 2 truths, where Anubis, the god of death, weighs the heart of the dead soul on the scales of justice. If the heart is pure, the soul can continue their journey through the underworld. But if the heart isn't, Ammit devours the hearts, causing the soul to suffer forever. Number 3. Apophis. Apophis is the giant serpent of chaos that tries every day to devour the sun god Ammon-Ra. In mythology, Apophis is born out of chaos in response to Ammon-Ra's birth, the 2 connected by an umbilical cord at the beginning of time. Apophis hates creation and wishes to destroy everything so that he and everything else may return to chaos. So every night, Apophis attacks Ammon-Ra, who ferries the sun across the sky with his great ship. Unfortunately for Apophis, Ammon-Ra finds a way to defeat the great serpent every night. But Apophis is the lord of chaos, and so cannot die. Plus, there is a prophecy that suggests that if Apophis ever swallows Ammon-Ra and the sun, then the end of the universe won't be that far behind. Number 4. Serpopard. Serpopards are interesting creatures that have the body and head of a leopard, a long serpent-like neck, and a forked tongue. The creature shows up mainly in Egyptian and Mesopotamian art, together as a pair, and have been suggested as bringers of chaos. This is mostly because they are shown attacking many other animals in art. They're thought to be exaggerated stories of the Egyptian lion that lived in the region in ancient times. In popular culture, they appear in Rick Riordan's The Kane Chronicles as enemies sent by the god Set. Number 5. Bennu. Bennu is the creature where the idea for the legendary phoenix came from. Bennu takes the form of a giant heron with red and gold feathers, and is associated with creation, rebirth, and the sun. In mythology, Bennu created himself after the first god Atum-Ra came into being. Bennu then influenced Atum-Ra with creation and helped guide him in creating the universe. It's said that every 500 years, Bennu dies and then resurrects while giving its previous body a funeral and fire. The Greeks would eventually take the myth of Bennu and spin it into the legend of the phoenix. Number 6. The Griffin. The Griffin is a famous mythical creature that appears in many mythologies with the body of a lion and the wings and head of an eagle. Throughout history, the Griffin has been symbolized as a royal and powerful creature since its body is made of the king of beasts and the king of birds. In Egyptian mythology, the Griffin has a more falcon-like head and was thought to be a sacred animal of Horus, the falcon-headed god. They were also guardians of pharaohs and were shown trampling on people's heads in art as symbols of the pharaoh's victories over the enemies of Egypt. Number 7. El Naddaha. El Naddaha is the siren of the Nile that is said to take the form of a tall, beautiful woman with long, flowing hair. She appears near men who are by the Nile and uses her enchanting voice to hypnotize them. If the man is alone, he'll walk into her clutches and die as she drowns him. But it's said if two men are walking together, then only one of them will be hypnotized, allowing the other to try and drag his friend away. Legend has it that the man who was hypnotized will be cursed forever, and that the man who saved his friend will be the next one El Naddaha enchants. Number 8. Shah, the Dogs of Set. Shah are hellhound creatures associated with Set, the canine-headed Egyptian god of violence. The hounds are depicted as black jackal-like dogs with a forked stiff tail, upright ears, and a downward curved snout. They're completely loyal to Set, and like their master, they often symbolize a bad omen and chaos. Number 9. Abtu and Anet. Abtu and Anet are a pair of sacred mythical fish that swim alongside Amun-Ra's ship as the god ferries the sun across the sky. They also warn the sun god of any dangers that threaten Amun-Ra and his ship. And there you have it, folks. I give you the mythical creatures of Egyptian mythology here on Wild Mythology.